G'day, Karen Lee from Kazza'S Corner, the place to be to impact and improve your life. And it's the update of the crop picking for How Does Kazza'S Garden Grow, as promised yesterday. So I've had a lot of fun. And you'll hear me shortly coming up to explain the progress of it. And then what I think I'll do is I'll show a split rather than you seeing my hair constantly and hearing me. I'd rather actually chat through it. So the first thing that I did was to actually pick some of my snow peas, and they were delicious. And as you can see, I've got a reasonable crop. Now they have been probably the biggest crop that I've managed to get. And then I was able to pick some more blueberries, and they are delicious. It's really exciting. I've never grown blueberries before, so it's my first one. As I said yesterday, there was a disaster. There was a death in the plants. I lost one blueberry plant. I had two. I put one into a lower pot, into a planter, and the other one I grew in a ceramic pot, which sat up a bit higher. It seemed to be happier in the higher pot. Or maybe I was just unlucky and got a blueberry that was a bit sick. I don't know. And then I picked some of my spring onions, and they were quite small. However, they've been growing for such a long time. And then I chose my carrots. Now I've had some big carrots, some itty bitty tiny carrots, and some that are reasonable, what I would call baby carrots. So they're going to be delicious, and that's been a reasonable crop. But in both the planters, I put the same seeds. They were the mat seeds that were laid out individually, and both pots, as I've told you across this little series, have grown very, very differently. The only thing that changed was that some of them were in a different position. I've also grown radishes, but no radishes left. We've eaten all of those. I have a nice little harvest of flat leaf parsley, so that's going to be yummy this evening. Then I moved on to my beetroots. Well, the beetroots, well, I've been waiting and waiting. Now I know I planted them in the wrong time, but I thought I'd get away with it because of where I've got this set into the sun, and I thought maybe they would, and I kind of didn't. I've got a bit of a, not disaster, but I haven't had much of a success. Really, I think I got one that you could say was looking like a beetroot. Now, I'm not sure whether it's the type of beetroot that was planted or not. Lots of leaves. And these pots and the soil that I used were supposed to already have enough fertilizer, and so I didn't add any fertilizer. Now, what I've chosen to do is grab some of the really small ones, and I've replanted them into the lower pots. And let's see what happens with those. And I also pinched some of the carrots, which were tiny, weedy little things, and I've popped them in some of the planters. Why not? See how it goes. And I've had lots of fun sharing this with you. And as I've always said to you along the way, if you've been feeling a little down and out while you were in lockdown, and I know now we're allowed out in Melbourne, Australia, gardening is a great way to release some pent-up angst, and it's really beneficial because you plant the seeds, you watch them grow, you tend them, and then you can actually harvest your crop. And the best part is then you can eat them. So I hope you've enjoyed this little update and my crop, which you'll see as we go along. And maybe next week, or maybe in a day or two, you might go and get some seeds and try this out for yourself, because I highly recommend getting into the garden, getting your fingers dirty, and enjoying harvesting something that you've planted from seed, because it's really beneficial to your mind, body, and spirit. Anyway, that's it from me, and as you can see, it's a beautiful day again in Melbourne. They always hang crap on our weather. We've had 2 beautiful days, and that's great. And we're allowed out a little bit more now, which is awesome. And I hope you're enjoying your Monday. So Mystery Monday today was whatever I'm going to pull out of my crop. And I hope you've enjoyed that. And cheerio for now. And remember to share your smile with someone new and someone that you love. because it will change their day and it'll make you feel good too.